All right. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to Under the Radar with yours truly, Heavy Duty and David Welch. And we're taking you all the way up until 8 p.m. tonight. Yes, right here on Talk City 91.1 FM. You're inside. I want to say good afternoon to those of you locked on the roads. If you're still on the roads and you're in traffic, good afternoon to you. Those of you locked on at home, those of you locked on your phones, on your cell phones, via YouTube and on Facebook, on our live streams. Good afternoon to those of you in the chat group, right? Locked on to Talk City. And of course, those of you locked on all across the world via the World Wide Web on social media platforms. Right, good afternoon to those of you locked on in the UK and the United States, everyone locked on up in the Caribbean, in Europe, in the EU. Yes, those of you locked on in South America, all of you locked on to Talk City 91, wherever you hear my voice, welcome. Don't forget, you can call me at 622-4911, that's 622-4911, or you can send your WhatsApp or call on WhatsApp on 394-4911. That's 394-4911. You can take your WhatsApp calls, you can send your voice notes, and you can also send your text messages on WhatsApp, and I will read it live on here. Right. Yes. As I await my co-host get ready, I just want to thank the flagship crew with Sweet Prasad and Kingsley for holding it down from 3 p.m. straight up until 6 p.m. And also I want to say special thanks to all the crews who all the talk shows are right here on Talk City 91.1 FM, right? I want to say, I'm going to see who's on the phone lines. Good afternoon, caller.
Anyway, the flagship, Heavy.
Yeah, what's up?
I changed my party, boy. Great is the PNM and we shall survive, boy.
Okay.
You know why we fire everybody in petrol train? Too much money was spending there, boy, boy. 10,000 for cleaner, boy, Heavy, boy. Heavy. I gone back. Great is the PNM and we shall survive. We come back from 33. Trust me, 2030, I'm 68 now. I don't know if I will live till I don't know if I will live till that date, but I voted for my party. The rest, boy, dog, boy, we get through.
All right, tell me one of them panel, you done?
Yeah, I done it.
All right, thank you very much. All right, good. When you see Friday come and you start to drink your sweet water, what I want to see. Anyway, let me get the music up. Right, so our Prime Minister is back. She's back and she's ready to do the country's business right here on in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me see if I could get this call on the line. Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, what you say you drinking, Heavy? He look like he drinking piss, boy.
I see you drinking sweet water. Oh, Lord. Yes, so let me just await my co-host here. He'll be here in a very short while. So in the meantime, I'm going to take a short break and I'm going to be right back after these messages. Keep it locked to Talk City 91.1 FM.
This March 8th, in celebration of International Women's Day, Talk City 91.1 FM proudly presents Women Who Lead. Imagine a world free of bias and discrimination, a world that's diverse.
Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Yes, people. Welcome. We are live again. You're saying in the corner today, are Heavy?
Yeah.
And you know why in the corner, Heavy?
Why in the corner?
And this corner here, because today we have a special guest.
Right.
We have a very boisterous guest. We have a guest that does really turn Trinidad inside out. We have a guest that is say and do what he wants, when he wants. And at times, the Prime Minister has had to say, hey, roll in yourself. So today, Trinidad and Tobago and to the nation locked on, we will be speaking live today with the Minister in the Ministry of Housing, Senator, the Honorable Philip Edward Alexander. So, Minister Alexander, if you're watching, we can't wait for your presence a bit later on. All right? But this is good. We're talking to the minister on several different issues, on national issues here in Trinidad and Tobago, and we'll find out some housing issues from him. You know, you have a number called 682 Phil, or is it 482 Phil? I think it's 682 Phil, where if you have any issues, you could call that number and you could get assistance. So we'll talk to him about that because he said it was overwhelming. And you have some overwhelming people, overwhelming amounts of people reaching out to him. So we'll talk to him about that. And we'll talk on some other issues in Trinidad and Tobago and obviously what came out of Parliament today. You wanna give them a bit of the address that the Prime Minister gave?
All right, I have the clip here, so we're going to take a listen to this.
Yeah, let me go to Prime Minister Kamala Prasad. She returned to Trinidad and Tobago, and we're taking it light today, obviously. So we'll wait to talk with Minister Alexander starting right after that NLCB draw.
Friends by ministers.
I think there are outstanding questions on notice, Leader of the House. Written questions, which...
Honourable Speaker, I'm advised that before the end of today's sitting, the answers to those questions will be circulated to members.
Very much.
Statements by ministers.
Leader of the House.
Thank you kindly, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, by consensus, the opposition has agreed for the Prime Minister to make a statement until her completion beyond the 10 minutes allotted.
Prime Minister.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On March 7, 2026, the President of the USA, President Donald Trump, invited and hosted selected leaders from across the Western Hemisphere. That included Trinidad and Tobago. On that day, we held together from the hemisphere the inaugural Shield of the Americas Summit in Doral, Florida, That was a very historic moment. Trinidad and Tobago stands very proud to be part of a new partnership, the America's Counter Cartel Coalition, which is a very strategic alliance designed to confront cartel violence through coordinated security, through coordinated intelligence, sharing, and joint operations across the Americas. Mr. Speaker, for about 1 decade, whilst those on the other side, the PNM, were in government, blood flowed on our streets. That was driven by violent gangs fighting for turf, to sell illegal arms and narcotics trafficked into our country by the drug cartels. Whilst that was happening, many in the PNM hierarchy fattened their pockets from their local drug mafia financiers, while the people of this country, our country, suffered. I say, Honourable Speaker, a short distance away from this building, the new blood-red Ballinger House stands as a gravestone to drug money, pedophilia, and theft. For almost a decade.
Mr. Speaker, Standing Order 48-4, please.
All right, Prime Minister, can I ask you to use more neutral language as we move on?
Okay, Mr. Speaker, I did not name anyone. It's a class of persons. If it falls in your garden, in your front yard, so be it. Between 2010, thank you, Mr. Speaker.
She was there, so she would know.
Between 2010 and 2015, 2015 and 2025, do we remember? We need to remember these things. There were 124,062 crimes under your watch. You were there under your watch. This one you could take in your garden. Over 5,000 persons were murdered violently. Over 9,000 were brutally raped or sexually assaulted. And over 11,000 persons were robbed of their hard-earned possessions under that former government. And they did nothing. They did nothing. They did nothing. I think sometimes that they seem to take perverse pride in the fact that PNM strongholds have amongst the highest crime rates, the highest unemployment, the lowest educational attainment, the lowest opportunities, and the worst infrastructure in the country under their watch. And you know, Mr. Speaker, that is why you hear some of them on the other side every day crying. They're like crybabies, crying every day about radars, about U.S. troops, about U.S. lists. I don't really worry, Honourable AG, if maybe some of their names on that list. I don't know. I haven't seen the list. Worried about list, about radar, about the U.S. troops. The PNM, some of them, the local drug mafia financiers, some of them, the pedophile lodge friends, and the fake eater food elite clearly view...
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker. 48-4, please.
I don't think it's offensive and insulting directed to a member of the House. It's not directed to a member of the House.
Mr. Speaker, if you are saying that statement is not directed to a member of the House?
There is no member to whom it's directed. It's directed at an entity which all
continue.
members are entitled to. The member for Port of Spain not just asked the member for Orapooch and put it like that. I'm not going to repeat it, but it's not directed at a member of the House.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. You know, Honourable Speaker, the member for Rima and I were in a law class together. So you know how to craft your statements as a good lawyer. I have not named anyone. If you want to take ownership of it, take it. But I have not named any of them, not one. So today, that is the history, sir, and I'll move on. Today, history is moving forward. I've just set out what we inherited, where we came over that almost 1 decade. History today is moving forward. And I stand today to let the people of our country know, you know, they keep saying the Prime Minister must do this. The Prime Minister must do that. The Prime Minister must do this, must. You cannot tell me what I must do. It's only the people of the country. It is only the people of our land. The electorate who put us here. This is our mandate, and I will answer to them, and that's what I'm doing today. I'm answering to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Because this is the people's house. So, today, I want to say to the people of Trinidad and Tobago that our continued partnership with the USA, and now, not just the USA, with partners from across the hemisphere, Latin America, partners from the US and from the Americas, I want to say that this partnership can only augur well for our nation, especially in this very critical area of crime and security. Many people do not yet fully understand the significance of the coalition we have formed in the region. It is a shield. I want to repeat. People think it's an offensive. Yes, it's an offensive against persons who are not law-abiding. But this coalition is a shield for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I repeat, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And so I take this opportunity today to extend my deep gratitude to President Trump for including TNT in this very historic coalition. And this coalition comprises nations across the hemisphere, not just here, across the Western Hemisphere. They include, of course, the host, the USA, of course, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, Costa Rica, the Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Honduras, Panama, and Paraguay. These were the ones who met as selected invitees to the summit held in Doral, Florida, recently. Now, I want to make it very clear. You know, we have an expression, no man is an island. And therefore, our crime crisis cannot be solved in isolation, cannot be solved alone. History reflects in the almost decade they were there. They could not solve it. We're alone, and they refused to partner with anyone. They stood alone, and we failed, and our people suffered. Our crime crisis cannot be solved in isolation. It cannot be. And let me tell you why. The dangers posed by illegal drugs, illegal firearms, organized gangs are not only local problems. They're not just a Trinidad and Tobago problem. They are part of a transnational criminal system stretching from South America and throughout the Caribbean right up to North America and also into Europe. So these networks, they move cocaine, they move heroin, they move synthetic drugs, what is called fentanyl, I think. They move them through our waters and ports. And what happens in return? In return, while these are moving, illegal firearms, arms trafficking, illicit money flow back into our communities. Understand this. This is not a TNT alone. You want crime plan, you want crime plan. Here's part of the crime plan. You could never do it. We will do it, and we are doing it. For small island states like Trinidad and Tobago, the consequences are exceedingly severe. Across the Caribbean, gangs now operate with sophisticated financing, advanced weapons, and international criminal connections. And so I say again, this is not just a local problem. It is a hemispheric challenge requiring a joint effort, an international response. And that is why, upon assuming office, my government made it very clear that TNT would stand firmly with the USA and our regional partners in targeting narcotics traffickers, arms traffickers, all the other illegal things coming down into our land. And so we have to dismantle international, transnational criminal networks. Understand that, Mr. Speaker. I ask those who are listening to us, understand this is not a TNT problem. This is a transnational criminal network problem. For decades, Caribbean nations have complained that they are not heard on the global stage. We're too small. We are not heard. This time, we were heard. This time we were heard, TNT. This time we were seen, TNT. This time we were invited to participate. President Trump indicated in his address that U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth established a coalition, this coalition, a pledge from leaders and reps from 70 nations in the Americas, demonstrated that our hemisphere is ready to deal and use hard power to defeat threats to our security and our civilization. These dangers will be addressed using every necessary resource and every legally available authority in the partnership that we form with our allies. The proclamation signed on March 7th makes this very clear, what it is we all agree to, all these nations in the hemisphere. 1, criminal cartels and foreign terrorist organizations in our hemisphere, Western Hemisphere, must be fully dismantled. 2, the USA and its allies, including TNT, will coordinate to deprive these organizations deprive them of financing, resources, and territory, because they come and they build territories in our states and our nations. 3, we will partner nation militaries to be trained and mobilized to dismantle cartel networks and prevent the export of violence. And 4, this hemisphere, we pledge to stand together to keep malign external influences from destabilizing our country and the region. So for TNT, the benefits for Trinidad and Tobago are very substantial. One, stronger intelligence sharing. Cartels operate across borders. They know no borders. They are borderless. And through this coalition that we have formed, law enforcement agencies will share real-time intelligence on trafficking routes, on gang leaders, on financial networks, and weapons shipments. And so with better intelligence sharing, our forces here in security can act faster and more effectively. 2, enhance maritime and border security. We in the Caribbean, we in TNT, we sit along some of the world's busiest drug trafficking corridors. Again, I say, I don't know if people understand. We sit along some of the world's busiest drug trafficking corridors. Through joint operations, surveillance support, and coordinated interdiction efforts, coalition partners, all of us who signed on, can disrupt shipments before they reach our shores. 3, direct support in combating illegal firearms trafficking. We don't make guns here, you know. We make no arms in this country. But then you see these photos of people with huge, long, big, small, every size you can think of. I think some people, maybe not in this house, but there's some persons who have one of each. And some persons actually returned one when they found it was illegal to have it. I think that my father was a minister. It was a gift. He had to return it back to law enforcement. I will say no more. That was a very young minister, by the way. So here we go. Direct support in combating firearms trafficking. One of the greatest threats, Mr. Speaker, facing our nations in the Caribbean is the flow of illegal guns. Many firearms used in regional crimes do not come from here. They originate outside the region. Through coordinated enforcement and investigative cooperation, the coalition members, all of us who met and others who want now to join in, they can help stop these weapons before they reach our streets. And 4, training and technology sharing. Training, technology, capacity building. We can help each other in the hemisphere with these matters. So, Mr. Speaker, our police and defense forces will benefit from joint training, advanced technology, and international cooperation. This certainly will strengthen our ability to dismantle gangs, investigate financial crimes, and prosecute organized criminal networks. And so, the coalition that was formed, America's Counter-Cartel Coalition, now becomes a powerful new instrument in our national security arsenal. I know some of my friends on the other side are very concerned if I met Trump or did not meet Trump. Let me say it very clear. During the summit, I had the honor of speaking directly with President Trump and thanking him for his support of Trinidad and Tobago and the region. I reaffirm the commitment of Trinidad and Tobago to working together in the interests of the people of TNT and the people of our Western Hemisphere. We also met with the summit's special envoy, Christine Wim, to discuss border security and ongoing cooperation. Let me come now, Mr. Speaker, of the build-up to where we were on the 7th of March, the America's Counter-Cartel Conference. Prior to the summit that I attended, before that, on March 5th, our Minister of Defense, Minister Wayne Sturge, attended the America's Counter-Cartel Conference hosted by the Secretary of War of the U.S., Pete Hegseth, and I commend him for his representation. At that conference, Minister Sturge, on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago, he placed the challenges facing us here in TNT directly on the table. He made it very clear. We are on the front lines of this fight. We need stronger support to disrupt drug cartels, gun running, and so on, narco-trafficking, and to protect our national interests, including our very vital energy sector. Thank you, Mr. Sturge. Thank you. Then, sir, prior to the summit I attended, a joint security declaration was signed by 17 countries from the hemisphere. In that, we reaffirmed our shared commitment to peace, to sovereignty, and stability in the region. I want to repeat, sir, that was a commitment to peace, sovereignty, and stability. I repeat, and some seem to misunderstand, when we partner with people, they think we are giving up our sovereignty. No, we are partnering. It's a partnership, it's a coalition for joint interests and to protect the people of our land. So I repeat, commitment to peace, sovereignty, and stability. TNT's sovereignty remains strong and firmly intact. participation in America's counter-cartel coalition reflects our commitment to regional cooperation in tackling transnational crime, whilst at the same time we maintain full control over our national decisions and policies. We maintain that sovereignty. And so sovereignty is never weakened by partnerships, Mr. Speaker. It is strengthened when nations work together to protect their people, to protect borders, and our democratic institutions. That's what it is. It's a partnership. It's not a surrendering of sovereignty. I move further, sir. Any actions undertaken through this collaboration will be guided by law, ensuring the use of force and all operational measures remain lawful and accountable. I have a very good AG on my side. A very good AG. I have many lawyers on our side. We will operate within the rule of law and democratic institutions. So TNT's diplomatic successes continue thereafter the summit on the 7th. At the summit, and that very same day, it was a very long day, sir. I think the agenda changed. First, we were invited to come there about midday. Then it was changed to come at 7 a.m. and we worked through the whole day and night. And so what we also did in the formal and informal settings there for that whole day, up into the night, we had several bilateral meetings, Mr. Speaker, with senior U.S. officials. I think it's the first time this may have happened. Indeed, I'm told, and maybe those on the other side can correct me, this is the first time in 50 years that a Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago was invited by the President of the United States. First time. So we held bilaterals. All of us, 12, 13 nations, leaders from the free world in our part of in this part of the world, in this hemisphere, we held these bilaterals. And so we met with the U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. Always a pleasure to meet him, very bright man, very willing to listen to the problems in the region, our region, and in the hemisphere. We met him. And we also met with his Deputy Secretary of State, Christopher Landu, and we discussed further engagement for our region, including, of course, developments involving our neighbor next door, Venezuela. We also met with U.S. Secretary of Energy, Chris Wright, to talk about cooperation in the energy sector, including gas fields, which involve Venezuela, and interests in refinery and tank farm infrastructure. In that meeting with Secretary Wright, it produced almost immediate results. Within hours, energy giant Chevron reached out expressing interest in doing business in Trinidad and Tobago. Within hours. We also had very productive talks with U.S. Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, and we talked about U.S.-based companies interested in here, in Trinidad and Tobago, investment, infrastructure, rehab projects in Trinidad and Tobago. And we also met with the Trade Representative, Jameson Clare, U.S. Trade Representative. And there we talked about tariffs and their potential impact on energy commodities. Not only did we meet all these American counterparts at the highest level, that's the cabinet of the USA, most of them we were able to meet when we were there in Florida. But we also used that opportunity to have bilateral discussions with those other leaders from the hemisphere, Latin America from the Americas, from our hemisphere. We held discussions then also with several Latin American presidents. We spoke with Paraguay's leadership regarding TNT's application to become an associate member in Mercosur. Now, some may know, some may not know. Very important, if we become a partner, there's another partnership, another alliance, strategically, that we have asked to join that grouping, Mercosur, which takes up the Latin American countries. We held talks with leaders from Argentina, from Chile, the Dominican Republic, Panama, and others on trade and national security cooperation. So, in and all, in that one day, it was, we probably held more meetings than we hold in a week here, and they were very successful. I want to thank all those countries who engaged with us. Following on that summit on March 9th, so the summit was on the 7th. You'll ask me about the 8th, I'll tell you about that in a minute. I think one of your members is very interested in Joy's roti shop, so I'll tell you about that in a minute. So let me speak about...
what they have with roti.
I don't know what is your problem. Oh, they always have a roti issue. You know why? Because it's very delicious. Very delicious. So on March 9th now, so that summit was on the 8th, that was on the 7th. On March 9th, I had the privilege and the honor of being invited by the United States Southern Command to their base in Florida. So I visited them on the 9th, which was the Monday, I believe, Monday the 9th. I met with Commander General Donovan and his team. And of course, don't get vexed, but I did extend an invitation to Trinidad and Tobago, because we all like everybody to visit our home. So we asked them, please come anytime you're ready, please come. They've been here before. And we asked them, here's an invitation to visit TNT anytime. And I think the general gave an undertaking, I wouldn't say a promise, that they will try before the end of the year to visit us. There, our discussions are focused on strengthening defense cooperation, combating designated terrorist organizations, and drug cartels operating within the Caribbean. Once again, as I said, I used the opportunity like Minister Sturge did when he made the plea for help for us in this region and especially here in Trinidad and Tobago. Again, I took that opportunity to make our case directly. Trinidad and Tobago needs greater support in areas such as cybersecurity, forensics, ballistics, and of course, intelligence. And that followed, that was on the 9th. And then we continued. And this is the one I think some members from the other side, maybe not in this house or maybe the other house, had real problems. That I went to Joy's Roti Delight, or they call it Joy's Roti Shop. It's called Joy's Delight, I'm sorry. You know, we should be proud of those people. We should be proud. We should be proud. Did you know that Minister Saddam's mom runs a roti shop? Did you know my mother ran a roti shop? So I'm proud of all the roti makers. And they took real umbrage. They were so angry that we went to Joy's Roti Delight, Joy's Roti Shop, whatever. But I'll tell you, when you go up there, all the diaspora people from TNT, they go there. They're all there. I met hundreds of people there on this diaspora event. And you know, I really didn't intend to spend so much time, but somebody told me last night that somebody from their side quarreling that I went by Joy's Roti. But I will urge any trainee that goes in that part of the world, you should go finish it. You should really go visit Joy's Roti Delight. Because it's not only roti, you know, by the way. They don't only have roti, you know. But you all have a problem with roti, but you'll eat it every day. Let me move on, Mr. Speaker. I drifted a bit. I'll come off, okay? So I went to that diaspora event. It's in Lauderhill, Florida, and I urge anybody visiting that part of the world, please go to Joy's Roti Delight in Lauderhill, Florida. And then they said the government is being run from Joy's Roti Shop. Wow, Joy, you reach far. Sheila, you reach far. I haven't visited there in maybe 2 or 3 years. So whatever lies your narrative are, please change them. But you will not change, you will continue. And whilst I was there, I had the great honor and privilege of meeting Mayor Denise Grant. She was there. She was there. And not only was she liked the roti too. And not only was she there, she issued a proclamation of honor to me. And the proclamation for the mayor mayor there in Lauderhill, whom I've never met before personally, and that proclamation was the name March 8th, Kamla Prasad Bisesa Day. Thank you, Mayor.
We might do that again.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you so much, Mayor. And of course, I also want to thank and honor businesswoman. Now, Joy was her husband's name. He has now passed, God rest his soul, and his wife runs the business. Her name is Sheila Sal, and I want to thank her and her family for opening their doors to us and members of our diaspora, our community. You know, I was shocked, Minister Salam, you're watching me closely because you also go there, don't you, when you get a chance. I was surprised pleasantly at the amount of persons who came for this diaspora event. They played tassa, they played steel pan, they sing, some dance. I didn't, sorry, but Sheila danced, by the way. She did a little something. It was amazing. So I want to thank them all. It was very moving to me and those in the delegation with me to see so many TNT nationals thriving in South Florida there in Lauderhill. We congratulate them all. They've made a new life, but their hearts are still, the liver string is still buried in Trinidad and Tobago. And they tell me, always, that those who eat a cascadura, the legend says, no matter where you may wander, your home is Trinidad and Tobago, you end your days here. And many of them would like to come home. Many are excited about coming home. And I invited them, come, let us build our nation together. Many had fled. Many had left. Many had left. So, and then on my last day there, on my way, leaving, I also took the opportunity to visit our consulate, to thank our very hard-working staff. Why are you looking so worried, ma'am? St. Nancy's looks very worried. I visited the consulate. You know what, ma'am, can I tell you? Maybe you don't know. They said the last time a prime minister visited the Trinidad and Tobago consulate in Miami was when I visited them in my first incarnation as prime minister. No appreciation. So I visited. I thank that very hard-working staff at the consulate. Not one was picked by me or us in this government. They were all picked under your government. But they said, no prime minister.
You don't care for people?
No prime minister. The last time a prime minister came was when I visited in my first incarnation as prime minister. I thank them for their hard work. They represent our country abroad with dedication and pride, and I thank them on your behalf, on my behalf, and the people of TNT. So as I close, Mr. Speaker, this trip was not just a diplomatic visit. It wasn't just go there, shake hands and smile and walk away. No, it wasn't. It was a strategic victory for Trinidad and Tobago. It was a win for security and safety. It was a win for our economy here, because of the partnerships. It was a win for the future of our nation. TNT's government was present. TNT's government was heard. TNT's government will continue to stand strong in defense of law-abiding citizens. When the UNC wins, law-abiding citizens win. I thank you very much.
All right. So that there was the Prime Minister, Kamla Prasad Bisesa. Let me go straight to the phone lines. Caller, get it, you're live. Caller. Hello? All right. 622-4911, 622-4911. The Prime Minister making...
Good day, David and Heavy. I hope you guys have a great show today. Keep up the good work, guys. And forget about that intoxicated guy. There is more for Prime Minister Kamla to expose. So stay tuned, guys.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Trini Chum.
agreed. Go ahead, caller, you're live.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mr. West.
What's going on?
That jersey you have there, you had a three street fan on it?
Go on.
The way it had a three street fan on it.
Yeah, that's how
it
they still
came
fan.
from.
Yeah,
That
that's how
blue
they still
jersey
fan.
you are wearing there, by the way.
Yeah, it's how they still
Great
fan.
is the PNM. We chat so much.
Yeah.
He said he called it down and sees a PNM now. So.
Yeah, that's one thing. I just cut off quick too.
Yeah.
I should have cut when you say great. 6224911, 6224911. All right, people, time to call in, time to eat up the airwaves a little bit.
Time to get interactive.
All right. And the WhatsApp line 3944911. 394?
Yeah, 3944911. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the statements by the Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisasa earlier today at Parliament. And yeah, the Prime Minister had to basically say exactly why she went to the United States of America. Have you have another clip there? Very short, right? And this one trending. This is with the Prime Minister.
Tell me the name of the clip.
Yeah. The name of the clip.
You want to tell me off here?
All right, so I just gave him the name of the clip there because the Prime Minister wrong for this one. Huh? That's saying it. Caller, go ahead, you're live.
Alive.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
How are you doing?
Hey, good, go ahead.
I have to go back a little bit. A guy called in and Tobago have a problem with the radar. I never hear nobody calling and say the borders and the borders for us and have a problem with that. So is the radar there to protect we as citizens of this country? What? What is the problem with the border, with the radar?
Yeah,
So you prefer a porous border with no protection?
Exactly. That PNM logic. Thanks so much. Caller, go ahead, you're live.
Hello?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Heavy?
Yeah, go ahead, you're live.
That's him again.
That you say, man?
Panadol back for why?
Not the Panadol. Paracetamol.
Heavy, do you think Paris could pay some of the money that the building and so on? How much, Heavy? How much it cost them in the 5 years, my brother, Heavy? And the carpet.
So he's a bandwagonist then?
He's a PNM now, yeah.
So you know what he's a UNC now?
We want money by Paris right away.
You say you're UNC now?
Salam alaikum. He is the prophet. Take
David Welch, please.
Go ahead, take over.
Please ease my pain. Thank you very much. Please ease my pain. I sorry I can't see the number, but he will keep calling.
Oh, okay.
Right? When he drinks his sweet water, right? He tends to just call the radio station.
This one
anonymously. It's the same person. He
6224911.
goes back for Panadol, all his names. It's the same person. I know the voice.
The new name is Paracetamol.
Well, I have the clip line up on already, right?
Take the WhatsApp. That WhatsApp just come in abrupt, boy. Caller, go ahead, you're live.
Yeah, evening, David and Evie. How are you going, partner?
We're good, man. What's up?
I trying to figure out something. Why does PNM have a problem with anything that is going to dig up or find criminals in the country?
Well, we're now about to talk about that.
Yep. They have a problem with radar finding narcotics and criminals on the border, the coastline, and within the country. They have a problem with the U.S. sending whatever intelligence they have about corrupted and narco traders in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't understand. Like, they don't want to stop crime in the country then.
I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Have you that clip ready, right?
You have a clip ready. Caller, I think you should listen to this clip. We're about to play.
Listen to the clip.
Yeah, listen to the clip. But hold on. I'm going to tell you why. I know exactly why the PNM have a problem with radar and why they're so interested in the list that was shared from the United States to Trinidad and Tobago. And that list, in case you forget, is a persons of interest list. And I said here, and remember, we said it right here, that some of the people named on that list might very well be from the People's National Movement.
We said it.
Hear the thing? They're from the People's National Movement. That is not me saying that, eh? That is the Honorable Prime Minister, Kamala Prasad Bisesa. You ready with that clip?
Yep.
Run that clip.
All right, take a listen to this, people.
Honorable Prime Minister.
Much. MP, no, I'm not aware. But you know what? You know what I know? No. What I am aware of is that drug money, I am aware. Drug money, finance. Can I speak still? Can I be allowed to speak?
Yes, that if, can we get some silence? Stop arguing across the corridors, Diego Martin Northeast.
I don't want to see it. You know what I will tell you? I am aware, and we now have lists, remember? Homeland Security have lists. Okay, I'll send you the list. Maybe your name is on this. What I'm aware of is drug money finance Balaji House.
Heavy, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about parliamentary coverage or whatever.
Parliamentary privilege.
The Prime Minister is aware. And we, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, we are aware.
Mouth open to region.
Exactly. That's something financing Balize House. It finished? It completed?
I would know. I don't take part thereof. I don't even pass on the streets of Balize House. I can't bear to look at that building. I'm being honest with you. So I don't know if it started, if it finished, how it looking now. Because
what color substance is coming in a bag? Is it red, white, green, blue? What color? I know it's not yellow, but what color?
So the Prime Minister is saying in Parliament that drug money is what financed Balize House. Wow, and she have a list.
Is it alleged or is it a fact?
No, let me face the facts. When asked the question in, I think it was 2016 or 2017, some year, I think it's Fitzgerald Hines was asked the question on a live, on an interview on television, and he said, "It's barbecue and raffle ticket, the raffle ticket, right?"
Yeah.
And then for the life of me, how much raffle ticket you had to sell to build that monstrosity that the building they called Balize House?
It was a party that was talking about privatizing the port. It's a party that want to know what's going on with the United States.
No. I believe, right? First I thought it was taxpayers' money. Right? But no, when the Prime Minister put things in perspective, it really could be that, you know.
Taxpaying dollars?
No, it really could be drugs money.
Oh, drug money.
Yeah. When I check it, to build that monstrosity, it will take a lot of money.
You see what Farris driving? He was here teenager. You see what he driving?
I don't want to know what he driving because you know this get vehicles without tax.
Yeah, right. Oh,
right.
Okay,
The former regime, they don't have to pay tax on vehicles. That's why they're bringing me back Benz and all.
It's not the drug money.
No, you see.
What build that house in Tobago for the former Prime Minister?
Well, I don't know that. I have no information.
I have no information on that either.
I have no information on that.
I just asking.
You can ask the question, but don't ask me because I don't know. I'm not Interpol.
Let me ask the viewers. 6224911. Call go ahead. You're live. You're live. Yeah, push up the line.
Make sure it's not Panadol.
Next one.
Caller,
you're live. All right, you go on. 6224911. 6224911. We go ask the viewers, right, Heavy?
Yeah, ask the viewers.
We go talk.
Yeah, I don't have any information, and those allegations that the Prime Minister made in Parliament, I wait with bated breath to hear who's on that list.
Caller, go ahead, you're live.
Why you call Italian action?
All right. We go with another one. Caller, you're live.
I fixed the casting number.
Good night.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Good night, caller.
I don't make it clear, all right? The only people who had a problem with the radar in Tobago is the jet PNN people and
yes.
Nobody else. And that house was, a couple of houses were rolling in Tobago. Trust me, I will hit the hammer on the nail head. Have a blessed night.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
All right. Add a point, add a disclaimer or something.
Why every time the government or this government, the UNC government, is trying to fight crime, drug trafficking, and the drug trade in Trinidad and Tobago by using radar, by inviting the U.S. to come here, by allowing the U.S. to traverse the waters surrounding Trinidad and Tobago and blow up some of those drug boats and them. Why every time is about fixing the crime situation in the country, the PNM have a problem? Why it is when they
ask him to answer that?
No, asking holistically. If you want, you can answer.
Okay.
Right? But I am asking holistically. And the question is out there for everyone to try and answer. Right? Every time the government say, okay, we're closing down European CPEP and forestry because we know it was financing gangs. Right? They had a problem. Right? They had a problem with she supporting the U.S. right in the blockade of Venezuela or the blockade for the drug trade. They had a problem with that. Oh, come now inciting war, all kind of thing. They have a problem with the radar in Tobago, right? They have a problem with that. They have a problem with Kamala going and meet Trump.
Yeah.
They have a problem with she going and meet the Southern Command. Right? They have a problem with Kamala trying to expand the Coast Guard and put it down in Cali Bay.
They had a problem with India coming to Trinidad. While India was here in the country, the opposition was outside protesting. They were outside the parliament protesting.
They had a big problem with the ZOSO.
Yeah.
Right? With the Zone of Special Operations. They had a problem with that.
They had a problem with Zone of Peace Talk.
Zone of Peace Talk. They have a problem with everything we're trying to fix.
Caller. Hello, you're live.
Really, all again. Anyway, Heavy.
Hey.
Is the black man thing, boy. The Africa. I'm Indian African. I'm from Lava East River. Turn back alley.
I'm finished.
Cataly House was in my backyard. You know, Heavy? I had to walk from...
Caravan, focus on Heavy now. What's Heavy is?
in a French street. And I had to walk that. Hey, Heavy, you had to get a jacket and tie, going globes and out to watch a movie.
Is there any way we can...
Any man finish. He go keep calling.
I love tongue boy. But pick up my rich tomorrow.
We take off the answers.
Everything goes away. I get through.
You finished?
No, I am finished.
You finish.
But you are my African brother.
Yes,
babe.
sir.
You are my African queen.
Sing it. No. Let me go with that talk right there. You finish. You started to sing African Queen. You could go with that.
David Welch.
Yes, sir.
The next time that caller calls the show and you entertain him, I will take back the phone lines and control it from on my side.
All right. As soon as I hear him, I will take him off.
Okay?
All right. Don't call back.
He's wasting radio airtime, which is precious.
That's true. This is a lot of money.
To talk rum shop talk.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
We're having a serious debate here.
We are having a serious conversation with our listeners tuning in, listening to hear, and he keeps calling.
Afraid.
Yep, no, that's the problem right there. Because now we don't know because this particular phone, you don't see the numbers.
What you say?
Right? Go ahead, because you have to see who else is there.
What you say? Caller.
Yes, I'm not looking for a boyfriend with a grass knife.
6224911.
Where's this boy? Where's this
one? Start like that, boy.
Well, this Friday evening, this early Friday evening, what's going on the radio station here, boy? Let me read some messages here.
Go ahead. Read the messages.
Let me read some messages here. I want to say good afternoon to Maria Santana. Somebody sent a message here from Mr. Alexander. Good night, Mr. Alexander. I said that when he comes, I'll go read that message.
When he comes.
I'll go read that message.
Don't forget, sir.
No, I wouldn't forget. Heavy, don't take any more Panadol calls. The man is drunk, like a skunk.
Every day, though.
It's alleged that Balize House cost over $100 million.
What?
Trini Trump, right. The U.S. give the UNC big information on criminals that are on that list. Right. That's the message I got.
Trini Trump, you know.
Yeah, Trini. That's his call. He's talking on the morning show with the ground reporter Andy Williams and Lennox Smith, right? And he sent voices from time to time on other shows. So I want to big up Trini Trump, right? Yeah, man.
All right.
So we was having a conversation about the PNM having problems with all. You have to take the call. You have to take the call. Yeah, but once I say me, I have to cut it off.
Caller.
Please.
Right.
6224911. We could do that whole night.
No, people call the WhatsApp line.
Yeah, call the WhatsApp.
394-4911. That's 394-4911.
The phone down.
Yeah. It's not literally down, but we cannot risk. Keep calling to talk or everything else. You understand?
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry that this do have caller ID so we can see the number so we know not to answer that particular number.
I see some. It has come up as anonymous. I see some.
Yeah.
I see all. Anyway.
Yeah. So we have an next clip to play? Before we go up to the top of the hour with the play way and the break.
I have something, but I was waiting for Minister Alexander to come.
Okay, well, hold it until...
No, he clip. He talking the clip, so he know.
We will play it when he's here.
That he was being nice. I feel like when he come, he can be... Let me take a call. Caller. All right, you're going. No, it's his clip, you know. It's just that he was real nice in the clip, and I never see the side of Minister Alexander. Okay. So I was like, You want to run it?
Have a call.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it.
Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon to you, Heavy.
Hey, good afternoon, Kunji. What's up?
I just cool. And David Welch, good afternoon to you.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon to the guy on the border.
Let's have you on the board.
Good afternoon.
I'm on the board.
Yeah. And the listeners and viewers of Talk City. Happy belated birthday, Mighty K. It is amazing to me, as a citizen of this country, trying to understand a section of people in this country, which is the PNM side. And I am asking myself, why it is a section of the country that governed for over 65 years. And after that 65 years, drugs, criminal behavior, misconduct in public office, and everything that is wrong for the development of a country happen under their administration. And we have I will say, an organization which is the United National Congress, come with a philosophy and an intention to eradicate all those misconduct in public office and drug running and all these things. Why it is a section of people in this country will be against that? Why would they stand up and don't want 500 people getting murdered in this country?
Yeah.
Why a section of people would not want accountability and transparency and the development of their own tribe that living in depression poverty. Why they wouldn't want that? David Welch,
yes,
I want to give you 10 out of 10 because I already give Heavy and them for the years they have developed. But I want to give you 10 out of 10 for your programming I see you doing for these past few months on YouTube. I want to tell you, continue doing what you're doing.
I'll try.
Good, it have benefits for good work. Why it is Penny as a first-time opposition leader cannot say, well, all right, Kamala Prasad Bisasa win the election fair and square, and she have a majority, a big majority. Let me give her the constitutional rights to govern the country. Why attack in such hasteful way in such a small space of time? Do you see that as leadership or hypocrisy? And I want to tell them, I want to tell the People's National Movement, hypocrisy is not the development of a country. Honesty and transparency will motivate the future of a country, and you'll have a better country.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Kunji.
Yeah, call and go on, by. Call and go ahead, you're live.
Larry Lala boy. Larry Lala boy, good.
This is
Larry Lala boy. Here we go, fight on her court. Great to hear him.
I didn't know. It didn't sound like him.
Not hearing the voice.
Don't forget, you hear longer than me, yes. But anyway, let me this is 7 minutes away from the top. Let's go ahead and run that Philip clip now. Because I find he was nice. Let me leave them with something nice.
What is the name of the clip? Yeah, that's time off here.
No. This one's safe.
Okay.
Philip Alexander short. That should be like 3 minutes or 4 minutes to take us to the top, and we go straight to the playway with this one. So keep it locked here to Talk City 91.1 FM. We're gonna go to a clip with Minister Alexander. Remember, right after the NLCB, and I don't know if you're doing any of the news, we're gonna have Minister in the Ministry of Housing here with us live, Philip Edward Alexander. All right, the Honorable. You have it ready?
No.
All right, take a call and.
Take a call by then.
All right. Well, now we're going. 6224911.
Let's make sure it's not the simple.
I'll try. So when you guy there. No, not it.
No, I spelled something wrong.
Caller, go ahead. You're live.
Hello. Jake, I want to get.
That's him. Yes. He will keep
call. All right, we're done with the phones.
Yeah.
We're done with the phones. All right. Are we get any music and go opposite now? Yeah.
Up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes.
The mic here. Right.
Yeah. Right, there your mic, huh?
So we were now going to play the clip.
I find, let me welcome
him here. Go ahead.
Minister in the Ministry of Housing, Senator, the Honorable, the greatest politician yet.
A lot of accolades.
A lot of accolades. In studio live with us now, Trinidad and Tobago, is the Honorable Philip Edward Alexander. You Boston and Black, so you know we lighten up the airwaves. All right, say something real quick before we head to the NLCV.
Yes.
Sitting in 91.1, trying to do your radio show in a law-abiding manner, 7 o'clock in the evening. There we go.
Yeah. How are you going to say that?
After the news.
He different.
No. So, hey, good evening, David. Good evening, my brother.
Yes, man.
Listen, Heme, this show is long overdue and coming.
Yeah.
This show is where the rubber meets the road. I am very happy to be here. I have told everybody on my mail out that I am on this show tonight. So you're taking a break and we're coming back.
Yeah, we're going for the playway.
And there's an innings after we lashing them.
Boy.
Yes. Good.
I want to say, innings. It's fire in your hole. Come back. Philip Alexander, next Trinidad and Tobago. Stay locked to 91.1 FM. We'll be right back. Lord.
91.1 thought-provoking conversation.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what we need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1 thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
The Minister in the Ministry of Housing, Senator the Honorable Philip Edward Alexander. But first, there was a clip where he filmed, I think it was yesterday. And Minister Alexander said, well, before I was anything, I was an activist, you know.
Exactly.
And that's why we have him here today, as you know.
Yep.
We have him here as the activist too,
You know, let me tell you, when I walking in to the Ministry of Housing in the morning, crossing from the car park, there's a people, the security is coming, oh God, boy. I said, no, you don't need to come and walk with me. I am of the people.
Yeah.
I am the only, watch me, they have nobody in the PNM or any version of the PNM could walk where I walk. I was in the HARP campaigning for elections.
True.
You think them small pen and them could walk in there? Them had a break. You remember when bullets was ricocheting in Lavantil, we was up there, the smoke was still, they still had smoke in the air. Hines couldn't go for the next 2 days and he had to go with full detail. Them fellas was only talk this, the people know it. You see the politics is misdirected in the conversation on social media. The people on the ground in Trinidad and Tobago know who for them.
Correct.
They know who for them. You understand?
Yes.
And the only play the PNM have, and it's ironic, because the people who saying that the PNM is a black party, them not black.
True.
They have people sitting down in that parliament trying to claim, no, they lost their way. They lost their way. They were supposed to represent the small people, but they lost their way. I am in the Ministry of Housing. The Housing Development Corporation under the PNM wasn't building houses that poor people could have afforded.
For the last 9 years?
Wasn't building. They only built 4,700 houses in the whole 10 years. The UNC built 5,700 houses in the People's Partnership. And this government going and build 20,000 houses. But tell you something.
Wow.
The amount of things that ready to just push play. The Honorable Kamala Prasad Bissessa. She has her fingers on the pulse of everything in this country. Nobody fool you.
Right.
They can say what they want. And she ain't care. That's what I love about Kamala 2.0. She ain't care.
Right.
You could twist your navel string. You could cry blood. You could pull out your hair. It doesn't matter.
Right.
She doesn't care what you are trying to say about her. This is not about her. It's not about me. It's not about us. It's about bringing government back for the people and the people seeing it. You know, you'll know? When you go on social media and look at them 1% media stories.
Gosh. Oh, gosh.
And you're seeing how small the numbers is when they're trying to big up them PNM trolls. Because the public realize Faris Al-Rawi don't speak for them. Call Member don't speak for them. Stuart Young don't speak for them. Simon de Nobrega don't speak for them. Hans Devines don't speak for them. These are not people who have ever had their feet on the ground. Not one. Keith Scotland don't speak for them.
Right.
Brian Manning don't speak for them. Let's be honest.
No.
Penelope Beckers don't speak for nobody.
Okay.
Where she was. Let's be honest. Let's just talk. Let's look at what the other side. Let's go, because Kamala Prasad Bissessa has all these strong activists with her. You call me an activist.
Yeah.
All of these strong activists are with her. You know why none of the activists who are outside there, all of them are call their names and get them all mileage. All them Marsha Walker, Nicholas Jaikaran, and even your partner Jason Silva.
Marsha Walker. Kizel Jackson, Rhoda Barrett.
Why they not
Pastor Google.
Why they not get
P.S. Robinson, Nicholas Jaikaran.
Why not getting mileage? You know
Wendell
why?
Eversley,
Not one of them will spend 5 cents to see her aunts dance. Not one. Kizel Jackson, I don't know what it is she running. But every now and then you had to pay a charge to go to wherever it is she have going. Let me tell you, do your racket, baby. I'm not involved in that.
Right.
But I'm saying, when Kamala Prasad Bissessa won, when the Coalition of Interest won the election on April 28th, 2025, when the people of Trinidad and Tobago took the garbage out, all of the activists, the real activists, was on board with Kamala.
Right.
So there's nobody outside. They're not getting traction. All of them looking for Bacchanal. And look at them. Look at who. And you could tell straight off the bat why they're talking. A couple of weeks after the election, Nicholas Jaikaran in my office.
Oh, God, hold on.
Why you don't listen
No, my, oh, God.
Because boy, I like
no,
him.
hold on. Oh, you go there, play the music for me now. Give me a little bit of that Western in the background.
I don't understand. Let the man speak.
What kind of fire it is we started with?
No, we don't have 2 hours, and we have an hour.
But let me say this, right? I don't agree with Minister Alexander. I can call him Philip for the rest of
you do.
Right, I'm going to call him Philip.
The only people, I tell people this all the time, the only people in this country that have to call me Senator, the Honorable Philip Alexander, is my family. I tell them I will call police for them. But everybody else, hey, Philip! That will go away. Come on, man. You mustn't forget, Heavy. You mustn't forget where you come from.
Philip.
Plenty of them outside there, Heavy. Plenty of them outside there learning, trying to find out how to talk to normal people again. Because before, police moving people out their way. Me? People say, where your driver? Where detail? Detail? Come now, man.
Philip is a gongs man.
Yeah. And I must admit, for the election, because since you talk about the election and talk about the activists, I'd admit I could have been just like Nicholas Jaikaran and them boy. I could have been coming to Philip office. Oh God, can man walk now? No.
Let me tell you. Nicholas Jaikaran is a good fella, you know. Yeah. I'm gonna say things now that you're not gonna want to hear. Marsha Walker is a good person, you know. But the problem is, they've allowed themselves to be misled by some political Pied Pipers who have their own agenda, who are using these people So Jason De Silva, all Jason needed was some patience. He's a hard fella to place.
Yeah.
He's a hard fella to put in a position. He needs somebody to help him build his life. And I had to say was, but I still am to some extent committed to helping him. But they wile him up and they have him talking foolishness.
Right.
For likes and shares on social media. But likes and shares on social media don't pay the bills.
Correct.
They don't keep the lights on.
Correct.
True Value and Hilo not taking likes and shares at the cash register. You have to be honest with yourself. You have a government in office now that is for the people. That's why I can talk the way I talk. Most of the people, I watch the Minister of Finance, Dave Tanku, in the mall, ordering his own food. In the line. Normal.
Yeah.
Normal. Listen.
You never see that before.
Everybody. But everybody, with the exception of those who, because of the office they're in, they are obvious targets. When we pull up outside the Red House, everybody in their own car. Everybody normal. Normal. This is Kamala Prasad Bisessa's government. And she's tell us, and every time she senses that anybody getting too big for their britches, she's call you out in front of everybody else. She call you out in front of everybody else. When we have caucus, the first thing she's telling us is don't lose sight of the ground.
Correct.
Don't lose sight of the people. That's what we're here for. Every single thing we do. You know how much things that I do as a government minister and a senator, I am not paid for. I am not paid for the... I am an activist politician still.
Yeah, because you're going all up Maracas to move man with chairs and tents, chairs and balayu. That's not even in your portfolio.
He don't fix drain.
He fixing drain. The Ministry of Works and Transport. He with Jill and John. He with everybody.
Listen.
Wait a 702 Phil.
A lady...
You got to pay for that number.
A lady messaged me last week, Saturday, that her house, the cable burned. And TNTech had come and 2 houses get affected. It's a HEC compound. It's Corinth Hills in San Fernando. So she said, but Minister, it's my last resort because we are not current for the weekend and I don't know what to do. I said, I can't make you no promises, but let me see what we could do. The next morning, me and Satish down in the knocking on this woman's door. She come outside. Oh God. And she gone and called the next lady, and the next lady, she said, but you nearly bring me to tears. She said, HEC then used to answer the phone when they call.
Right.
Now they have government ministers showing up. And I'm saying, this is not stunting. If I wasn't on your show tonight, I'm not talking about this. It doesn't matter what the trolls think of us.
Right.
What matters is those 2 ladies. One of them was able to message me. Sunday morning I was there. Monday afternoon, she said, we have lights again. Thank you, Minister.
Right.
And I tell her on a video, I say, I know the power of my name. I know if I pull up here and everybody know that I watching this, all again taken care of. That's the job. When we do videos and say, listen, 702 Phil that he talk about it. That's a phone that we paying for. It's a government phone. That's our phone.
Correct.
We create that hotline to help the people who having difficulty getting help through HGC. Call us. My team will see what we can do to find out what's going on.
Well, people messaging here because I know you come here tonight. Good night, Miss Alexander. I reside at number 14, 16 Gilbert Chase, Malabar.
Tell them send everything to 702 Phil.
All right.
Send it to 702 Phil.
702 Phil.
Let me hear one call then. One call.
We just saw before it call.
Watch me. Alejandro mans that phone and Michael Hossam gives her support. And I want to tell you something. They don't stop. And then, well, of course, Indira Singh, why is she in charge of all of them? And Satish is the assistant. So we have a good squad.
So they put the 323 number, call 7, what's the number?
702 Phil.
702 Phil. That's 702 Phil, right? All that number.
7445.
Yeah, 7445.
7445.
7445.
For those who phone don't have the letters.
The letters, yeah.
Let me go with it. Let me take one. All right. Caller, go ahead. You're live. Raise the line for me. Yes, sir, you're live.
For the people on my live.
Good night, Mr.
Payton Studio. All right, Payton Studio, right?
Yeah.
All right, don't worry. We go Payton Studio for you.
Payton Studio, just now. That is a...
But let me get to the real thing, right?
Yeah.
Minister, you here to talk to us about crime, boy. Crime is a major problem. And I'm saying it now. This is a collision of interests. Right? If you go on peptt.com, you're going to see they are now a proud partner of the United National Congress.
Absolutely.
Coalition of interest. But hold on, let me ask my question.
Oh, sorry.
Part of your policy for the Progressive Empowerment Party is 100% housing, but crime is a major one.
Go back to the first one first. I want to tell you something. Because I want the Prime Minister to announce this.
Right.
She's going to be the one to announce this. But for the first time in the history of this country, we are going to deliver houses that minimum wage earners could buy.
So I can get a house?
Boss man, the security
guard. You're not working for minimum wage,
security guard outside in the booth. How heavy, nobody ain't paying you no minimum wage. But nobody, security guard and the people who mop in the floor. And this is the people at the bottom of the socioeconomic ladder who have been ignored by our governments, plural. This Prime Minister said, don't leave those people behind.
Right.
So just now that announcement going to be made. So everybody, if I could say one thing, like a plug, go to the Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank and get yourself pre-qualified. Just go the appointment. They will assess your financial situation and tell you. But we're trying to organize houses where the mortgage will be under $1,000 a month.
Yes.
Follow what I'm saying. Follow what I'm saying. That's what we're working on.
That's right in my range.
That's what we 5 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, 5 o'clock. I was at the construction of a prefabricated house. I'm everywhere that they have anything to do with bringing the price of housing down to give high quality, low cost houses to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. It must be guaranteed for life. Or do I call my phone? Because everybody in the housing business.
Yeah.
And everybody want to talk to us. So we talking to everybody. If you're building house, you want to show us your house, you want to show us your price, we come in. But I, before government, was in the housing business.
Right.
So I understand what it is to build a proper quality house. I come in to see what it is you're building before I go back to the Prime Minister and say, boss, this is an option.
Right.
When you're looking for 20,000 houses in a term, you have to deal with as many providers of houses as possible.
Right.
This Sunday, Ernesto Keza, Member of Parliament for Point Fortin, we in Point Fortin at 4 o'clock this Sunday coming here to rectify all of the problems that the people of Lakeview development had. When we went Lakeview, when Keza took us Lakeview, we saw a sewage treatment plant that not working years, that dumping raw sewage into the lake that everybody viewing.
Wow.
That was how PNM was treating people. And I will never stop talking about that because I want to tell you something. I understand clear the responsibility of this office. I understand clear.
Right.
It's not everybody gets the opportunity. And when you get the opportunity, what do you say? Don't turn your back. Don't forget. Don't let people, don't
pass it up.
Bob Marley said that when you get up on top, bend down and help those below. That is the purpose of. They have this thing I read on social media and I'll never forget. They say when you make it in life, don't build a taller wall, make a bigger table.
Correct.
That is what all of us supposed to do. And I tell you, I am part of a government, my colleagues. What I am saying here, I talking about me. I talking about them. I talking about them. I watch people like Khadija Amin and Jolene John. Like them don't sleep. It's like a competition in this government to see who could deliver more, who could fix more. Nobody putting up their foot. Nobody relaxing. Nobody saying we reach. Nobody says we time now. Nobody saying that.
Right.
Everybody saying, how can we help you? Everybody putting the number out in the public. Ministers, government ministers, members of parliament taking the time to do their own talks with the people. They have 2 and 3 press conferences a week. The post-cab now is nobody stupsing and cussing you and walking away and saying that's a wrap. I watch them stand up there and talk till the media run out of questions.
Right.
Run out of questions and the government is still there. This is responsive government. This is not about race anymore. Kamla Prasad Bisesa has destroyed that. This is about delivery and service, and that's it. And if you're not delivering and serving, somebody else will get a seat. This is about delivery and service. And I am proud to be a part of this government. I am very proud. And I'm proud of Kamla Prasad Bisesa. I'm proud of what she said today. You know how much testicular fortitude it took to stand up and say that?
But even the CARICOM speech, plenty.
Oh, God, no, well, that.
It take more than anything to stand up and say that at CARICOM. But then what do you have to say, Philip, particularly about the opposition questioning what the U.S. trip was about? Like that fallout of everything that Kamala
I would
Persad
wait.
brought back.
I would tell Amy Brown, here what? Answer 3 questions for me. Answer me about the UK visas. Answer me who Keith Rowley was talking about when he came on your thread and spoke about members of that government interfering with people, children, and for sexual favors. Answer that. And answer who was in the loop when Brent Thomas was kidnapped. You are the minister. You were the minister of foreign affairs, and you have the audacity to question this government on the rising tide that is the United National Congress of Coalition of Interest that is lifting all boats. We were center stage when the Honorable Prime Minister Kamala Persad stood up on that stage with Donald Trump. The entirety of Trinidad and Tobago was center stage in the world.
Correct. Yeah.
The world saw Trinidad return to glory.
Correct.
Pristine glory. Return to leadership. You think Guyana, Barbados, and Jamaica don't know who is the leader of the Caribbean? It is Trinidad and Tobago.
Agreed.
And Kamala Persad put us back right where we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Ask him what I said the day when that happened when I came on the show. I said that is a historic, epic moment in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. Right? And it will remain one of the most significant accomplishments by any prime minister.
You see the respect Donald Trump and Marco Rubio
had for Kamala Persad
treats this woman with. Look at me. That is it there.
As I said, it could never be Penelope Beckles. It could never be.
Penelope Beckles only in that position because Foster Cummins lose his seat.
Agreed.
There was never given Penelope Beckles that position. PNM don't like women. There was never given Penelope Beckles that position. They vex she there. George Young, Rowley, Faris, Gonzalez, all of them calling press conference. Yeah. She is the political leader. Where's the respect there for her?
Yeah, Keith Rowley and all doing it from the office of the prime minister.
Office of the good.
Philip and David Welch. Right? I won't have you even mentioning Penelope Beckles in a conversation where we are now talking about our esteemed leader. Why all of that? That's comparing. A eagle flying into the sky with a kobo. Don't do me that, man. Don't do me that.
You bring out the heavy and heavy.
Yes, man. We having a
bring out the jamet and heavy.
But you hear the opposition say that they have always had a cordial relationship with the United States.
Oh, give me a break.
Philip, you
Keith
went
Rowley.
down.
Remember when he called Chastanet the Caribbean Trump? CARICOM Trump,
yeah.
Remember? You think Trump didn't hear that?
Yes.
You think Trump didn't know that? Mm-hmm. You've been disrespected. What does next woman say about what is she?
What Trump could do?
What Trump could do?
What's that name?
Camille.
Yeah.
Since then, like she get pip.
She can't talk.
She can't talk.
Yes.
She can't talk. They made fools of themselves. They made fools of the country. The PNM made fools of the people that supported them. And right now, and I saying this, because Morgan Job told us for years. I was a young man, and people used to tune in Tuesday and Thursday.
So young, don't worry.
No, but I'm talking about this was when Morgan Job used to be on the radio.
On the radio, yeah.
That show was the biggest show on radio, and Morgan Job used to play, and he used to tell people that the PNM is misleading people of African descent, the grandchildren of Africa in this country. They are using them. I wanted to ask the greatest lie ever told to people of Afro-Trinbagonian descent is that everybody better than them. Where their money? Where their industry? How come they've been left behind? How come?
There's a 1% Syrian telling you, or the half 1% Syrian telling you.
The PNM Syrians calling me a non-percent. Hey, watch me. The Bible has said what is sent for evil is turned out for good. Call me a non-percent. I want that. Is your boy Ghost. Ghost name me half a 1%. You was in the studio that day.
I'm about to say Philip, way back, me and Ghost and I were supported Philip, but we had a little podcast in Sawa.
On the podcast. I find a hole. Climb over a wall.
All that time he's activist, son. He go fighting and fighting. He was really fighting. Yeah.
I tell anybody call, I go in to see where the studio was.
Yeah.
This bigger than the
whole studio. Yeah. It's a little room.
Three in the studio and a curtain. All that curtain. But
actually himself and Roberts was the only two activists at that time that came to the show.
Coming in.
Yeah.
And he's still coming.
Man's
still on the ground.
I must say, at that time, Philip was talking about his party, the PP, and I was saying Philip was real opposition. He was more vocal. He was out there fighting the fight every day.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you would have been more opposition than the opposition today. Thank God.
Right.
Thank God.
Nobody say that. Nobody say that. Nobody say that.
We have to go for. Hold on, second pen, we have to go for a break.
Yeah.
Right? Second pen, we have to go for a break. Right. And when we come back, I want to hear more about what we tend to do for the country and the more accomplishments that the government and the Honorable Prime Minister Kamala Prasad says. So where we going with the outcome of the meeting we had with Trump. What is going to happen for us, the forecast for the future. I want to talk about these things, right? So we don't have to focus so much on the non-entity called the PNM. So we want to talk about what we could do for the country, Trinidad and Tobago, and what is happening right now in the pipeline.
Now, I want a house. I live in the hospital and I want a house.
Hey, this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-337-78 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
After the hour of 7 o'clock, and we have the Minister in the Ministry of Housing, Philip Edward Alexander, here with us today. We wanted to talk some development for country.
I want to talk about, based on the visit our Prime Minister did went to the United States and come back and negotiate on behalf of our country for not only for security and safety against the cartels and the drug trade, but to secure.
But heavy, that's the most important mission. If in this 5-year term, Kamala and Trump destroy the drug trade in the Western world, all the countries in the Western world will boom. All the violence in Mexico and Colombia and Venezuela and Trinidad. Today, DG Holmes, Danny Guerra, hail a bullets. Everybody in this country, I think we walk around with a false sense of security.
Yeah.
The place is a mess. We needed these Osos.
Yeah, we needed as Osos.
We needed it. And you know, and you know why, at some point I believe karma has come for everybody. You see them independent senators? Those independent senators will one day have to swallow back all the nonsense they talk. You see, the biggest part of a Zoso, I hear Anthony Vera say SOE better than Zoso. And I thinking to myself, these people, the Bible talk about bringing to nothing the wisdom of the wise. And I understood it that day. This is a big senior council man with 30 years experience in the Senate. And he didn't understand the difference between a state of emergency that cancels all your rights. And a Zoso that is limited to a specific location in Trinidad. And I said when I spoke, I said, unlike a state of emergency with a Zoso, all your rights are still intact.
Intact. Yeah.
Correct. There may be curfews and limited movement in certain places, and I remember too late, I forgot to remember it then, that there was a time they had killed a soldier in Rich Plain.
In Rich Plain, yes.
And the army had locked down Rich Plain.
Yes.
People of Rich Plain, because me and my son, we used to live next door to Rich Plain in West Ridge Villas. We had a wall. Our wall on the other side of our wall was Rich Plain.
Right.
They almost locked down the place for the phone. Remember the phone in Beta?
No, but what we're talking about is 3 months. And Rich Plain.
The camp.
People in Rich Plain was the happiest. Said it was the happiest they ever was. I think that is when all the gang warfare in Rich Plain ended. They had an upper Rich Plain and lower Rich Plain gang. I don't know if that's still going on.
Down the hill.
Look now, and one of the gang leaders went to Value in Diamond Vale and get shoot up in his car right outside there.
Yeah.
The Zoso, why the Zoso would have worked. They have something in law called habeas corpus. If you think that you are illegally detained in a state of emergency, wrongfully detained, I should say, in a state of emergency, you have redressed a tribunal, which is different to all of the layers of justice and court that we have. But in a Zoso, if you are detained, your lawyer could get a judge to a writ of habeas corpus, means bring the person to me and explain to me why this person is being detained.
Correct.
Just that right makes the Zoso more palatable. Your rights are not infringed. All of your appeals, everything exists.
Yeah.
And more importantly, days into a zone of special operations, days into it, it would have triggered social development. It wasn't just law enforcement. Social development had to come into the community to identify what is the problem.
I think that is essential in this.
That is what the PNM was afraid of. Because if you fix them hotspots
and empower the people, they will not vote for the PNM again.
That is why under the PNM, the schools in PNM communities don't work. Because they don't want educated supporters.
Correct.
The day people from the PNM constituencies could think for themselves, speak for themselves, and advocate for themselves in their lives financially and otherwise, the PNM would end as a political party.
Correct.
All the PNM had was the nonsense. This fella who was a finance minister used to talk, we care about you, so we take care of you. Take care of you?
Take care of what?
Why you don't hold every PNM supporter by the hand and walk them up Goodwood Park Hill and show them who you really care about, who you really take care of? Because Laventille Hill, La Ventana, existed before Goodwood Park Hill. How come you could sell the whole of Laventille for the price one of them pay for their mansion in Goodwood Park Hill? How come? We care about you and we take care of you nonsense. And the PNM peddle.
Let me switch gears now. What is in the pipeline, Philip, economically moving forward for the country of Trinidad and Tobago? Tell the people and them what this government have in store for them.
What Dr. Rudal Monilal is announcing by the day is astonishing. So all of the gas projects, Dragon included, Shell sign on, we have our OFAC license, all of that. The Exxon, Deepwater, we know. They have oil there. They know they have oil there. Everything that Dr. Monilal alone, if it was just him alone, that's saving Trinidad. But it's not just him alone.
Right.
Because what the Prime Minister and what the Honorable Geraldine John was just sent to do worldwide was to find investors to come and invest in the the Honorable Prime Minister's vision for Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
The waterfront, the San Fernando waterfront, the prison system, removing the jail and redeveloping Golden Grove. What's going on in Sea Lots? What's going on down by Movie Town? All of that. Those are billion-dollar projects, and it's not Trinidad money spending. It's billions of foreign currency coming
investors coming to here.
Foreign investors coming to invest, not throw away your jewels like how the PNM tried to give away No Man's Land and Rocky Bay in Tobago. Those are beautiful, pristine jewels of nature.
Yes, with sandals.
What are we going to redevelop?
And tax-free too.
Tax-free too.
And them still talking about sandals.
And still better for them.
They're still talking about that.
Still talking about that foolishness.
4 or 5 years now, we would have, or 10 years now, we would have a
brainwashing.
Poor man work. What kind of work he was getting? Eric Williams had said, no more the people will be what? Hewers of wood and drawers of water. What is he walking sandals? Bring me a cup of water.
But the whole nation still want to cut grass. What's your point? Let me take some calls. Caller, you're live. Where's it there? Caller, you're live with us. You're live with Minister as well.
Good evening, Mr.
Alexander. Good. Sorry. Yeah.
You're on headphones. Yes.
She said good evening to you.
Good evening.
This is your old lady friend when you used to be on my program.
Oh my gosh, how you going, lovey?
Call you and harass you.
You do your thing. Everything good?
You used to tell me that I'm having $10 phone card. You remember?
Yes, everything good?
Water under the bridge, boy. Thank you.
Don't worry
Thank you
about
for coming over on my side. Thanks.
All right, baby girl. Thank you for that.
68220. Who could hear me calling your number?
622-4911.
622-4911.
I tell you, when we had the government, I tell people thought my number was the government phone. They call me to get in touch with everybody.
Wow.
They message me to get in touch with
everybody. There you go. Caller, you're live.
Yeah. What happened there, boy? Since all they was talking about homes. Somebody borrow a home from DG Homes.
I don't know. 682.
Wait. I want you to take your time, reconstruct your piece of mobile and come back. It missed.
Come, we asking questions. You can ask a question to
you can talk. Call in and talk. You don't call and hang up. I'll answer here now.
There we go. Caller, you're live.
I know you're answer.
You're live. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Hang up.
No,
is religion responsible for the division of African people?
Is religion responsible
for the division of African people?
If religion is responsible for the division of African people?
Yeah.
No.
We're not in a position to answer that, caller. Because
we don't have nothing. We don't have nothing.
If you don't mind, sorry, I'm going to let you talk after. But don't make it about religion.
Correct.
When politics has been so disrespectful to the grandchildren of Africa.
If for 25 cents is $1, and everyone is a sin, and everyone not a sin, are you resurrecting the last sin?
Call out you being facetious, not right now.
What is that?
This is what I'm saying.
This was on Friday night.
Like them like remember the bar drinking rum and it's better call it.
It is be different.
We have a WhatsApp call.
622-4911, 622-4911. We have the Honorable Minister here.
I have a voice. So it is about 1 minute long.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you gotta listen to that on your own time.
Yeah, so Philip, once again, I want to find out.
No, but I wanted to say just now, right?
Yeah.
What you're going to see happening in the next, I say 15 months, there's going to come a time when crime is going to be so low in this country, people are going to say, hey, crime really down. And that is what Bill Bratton had told us when he came to Trinidad the last time the United National Congress was in office. And he said that it's take a while for people. You could drop crime, cut crime in half, which we've done. And it's take a while for people to realize that, because you hear about one killing and it just jars you with the same anxiety of the times when you was getting 2 and 3 killings a day. It's take a while for you to realize. But I'm telling you, crime. And you see Roger Alexander, Wayne Sturge, Debesh Maraj, see that crew? They're not stopping. The Prime Minister has signed Trinidad and Tobago on as part of the shield of the Americas. Those who were using Trinidad and Tobago before as their narco-trafficking pipeline, their day is done. It's not no warning. It's over.
Right.
If you had the audacity to think, to put God out your thoughts and go back outside there to move drugs right now, hellfire missile. That's what it is.
Correct.
No, I saying to you, in every beat of my heart, I'm an activist. But I knew that the drug empire had destroyed the power of this country to operate itself judicially, lawfully, politically. They corrupted everything.
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 Right.
We have stories that we can't tell. It was legal to have money, illegal to talk about. We have stories we can't tell that took place in Trinidad and Tobago. High public office holders.
Yes. Yeah.
There are people in this country that could never explain their wealth. Even if they had won 10 lotto back to back. They can't explain the money that they have. They cannot. And it's only one thing gives you that kind of money. And that is drug. You know when you see a fella who was big and fat and all of a sudden he's skinny like a pin. You say only two things to get so. A horn or drugs. Right? But nobody horn themselves into money. So it's drugs.
Yeah.
You know who you should get on this show? You know who should get on the show?
Who?
Robin Montano. Robin Montano knows more about that whole thing. And I think now he in the departure launch of his life. You know the next person you should bring on this show via phone because he lives abroad now. Vernon de Lima.
Vernon.
He's the next person. They have all of the information.
He was a magistrate then?
Vernon de Lima, no, he was a
lawyer.
senior
Criminal lawyer. Okay, right.
He was Dole JD lawyer.
I'm gonna say I'll take a call here on WhatsApp. So I'm gonna take this call on WhatsApp. This person trying to call for the longest while. Caller.
So you're live.
Caller, you're live.
Hello, good afternoon, Good afternoon, Mr. Welch and the Minister there.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, Minister, I hear you quoting something from the Bible there. Really and truly, as a man support and fight and toil for the government, I mean get lack opportunities. I see down by the parliament the last time there. And it's going to take my call.
Good, you're consistent though, I get that.
But
he gave you his number and he took your
number. I'm going out there knocking on doors and it's like a pure victimization, discrimination thing going on with me now.
I don't think it's that, brother. I don't think it's that.
You don't think it's what? Because I don't know your situation, so I can't check. For the last 9 years plus and they get opportunities.
Brother,
I man are suffering in silence, so they come out and talk.
No, let me tell him. Listen, if I could tell you again, send your name and your phone number and the information to 702 Phil. Let me know what kind of job you're looking for and let me see what I can do to help you. What your skill set is.
What's going on?
Oh gosh, you had to hear me. You can't see me outside the parliament and rush up on me and I pull a job out my pocket.
You can't do that.
Send the information.
Mr. Welch, all kind of thing.
You
know with me?
Hey, listen, they're not hanging up on you.
I tried. You don't
have to say that. We helping every...
I know I'm going to call you.
Right,
yes.
We're helping everybody. Don't call, send a WhatsApp.
Send a WhatsApp.
Later.
I still I know you can say it.
Every
Philip.
time I pull up by the parliament, he there. He
Yeah,
consistent. He consistent. No, I understand when circumstances tough. So many people that we trying to deal with on a daily basis. I saying to him, use the system. We create a hotline. I have a whole team. So it don't have to be me personally. But some of them want.
That BS right there is a dependency on the government. Kamala Pasabi Sessa is not banking on the mandate that if you are work, you have to know somebody in the government, you know?
No, and you're correct. You're correct. I'm not saying that.
But that is where it is.
All right, but
if you go through that as a minister, imagine for the others on the ground.
But that is what they were trained. That's how they were trained.
David Welch,
I ain't seeing
I want to explain
That's
this.
how they were trained.
I want to tell you something, man. A lot of people.
10 years of this PNM, not one of the people in this room went down on their hands and knees to the PNM and begged for work. Not one of us. Not one of us. You know why?
Motherfucker was fired from 4 jobs on the PNM. Fired 4 times. I get called.
Victimization.
Victimization down the line. I end up working taxi with
my editor.
You see me with
editor in the Mirror, Maxi Coffee. Me and Maxi used to sit down and talk to each other 3 times a week. 3 times a week. I was the only columnist in the Mirror's history that got to write on the weekday and the weekend edition. And the day Maxi Coffee PNM come into office, Maxi cut my throat.
But I
PNM,
like...
No, listen to me
and he
carefully.
tell me, he said, I run against Rowley, so the PNM can't deal with me. I said, brother, you as the one who came to me on your hands and knees begging for advertising for the Mirror to keep it alive, and the Honorable Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, bless you. All it so doesn't know, and look at how he is life and now.
Yeah, but I want to come back to that narrative that the people, you gotta understand, people...
We need water.
Yes. People...
What's that? Good kitchen.
Yeah. People have this understanding that once you support a political party, the party have to do for you. Right? And they are activists, and it was long standing with the PNM that people who support the PNM, when the PNM get in power, they will get work for them, and they will put them in corporation, and they put them there, put them there.
That done.
Right?
I
cannot say done, David. David, what I explain to you. Listen. There are people who supported the UNC for the last 9 years. I know a lot of them because I used to have them on my show. They used to call my program daily. You understand? I can't watch them people in the face and say, well, nothing for you now.
That's not what happened.
Listen, what I'm saying to you is...
David, you have a good heart. Listen to what I'm saying. They have people who, they're unemployable. The PNM have left them in a bad state.
Correct.
So you can't say to them, well, sufferation is the rest of your life, because you can't blame
What's
people
sitting down outside
victims.
of the parliament every
because
single
they don't
day.
know. Listen to me.
It have plenty places hiring, plenty, but you refuse to go and look for work.
Don't go there.
Your work is to stand up outside the parliament with a placard saying, I want a job.
Well, you bring out the vex in David Welch.
But that's what it is.
David Welch.
That's what a lot of people doing. That is crazy. The fact that you walk outside by the parliament to complain about nonsense now that you believe happening, that
David Welch, you are arrested outside the parliament and people will say that is nonsense you was doing.
But that is them.
I am telling you.
That is the point.
Listen,
no, hold on. That is the point. Raise my mic. I can't hear myself.
Raise your headphones. Yeah, good.
No, but that is the point. Let me tell you why that's the point, right? That is the point, because those people outside, they're not willing to do that. They're not willing to stand up for country. Mm-hmm. Philip have a 702 number that he decided to do. He decided to take up upon himself to help people and spend money to help people, whether he making it or he not making it. But you have people that sit down outside just looking for handouts.
All right, I have a call on the line.
You have 5 minutes.
I beg to disagree with you. Caller.
You're on the wrong.
That's all. I put up the wrong night. That's all. Caller.
Heavy.
Yes, caller.
Good night to you again, David Welch. And good night to the Honorable Minister, Philip Edward.
Could you have about 1 minute here because we have run out of time?
Yeah.
Go ahead, quick.
Yeah, no, I'm going over here now. I just want to tell the Honorable Minister, after this wonderful interview you had here tonight, I would like to see you at WZYE 95.9 FM.
Could you do with that now? Could you, I can't allow that. Could you, I can't allow you to do that here. No, don't do that. So we got to wrap up. So any last words you have to say to us?
I want to say to Trinidad and Tobago, hold tight. It's getting better every single day. The sun shining brighter. The place feeling lighter. We getting up in our country every single day. And not one member of government, not one minister, not one senator, not one MP turning their back. Everybody outside there grinding.
Right.
Grinding to make sure nobody in this government is relaxing. We know that as long as one person suffering, our job ain't done yet. The Honorable Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Bissessar is leading an army. I said that on the election circuit and it came to pass. She has taken Trinidad and Tobago to the highest of the heights and is going to secure this nation, secure the borders, end the drug trade, end the human trafficking. What is going on? We have a list. Plenty people outside there, thing in their pants, clapping because they know judgment coming.
All right.
Stay safe,
Wrap it up.
And I'm wrapping up with that, right? You hear what you just said there, right? But you could still have dotish people that going out there to vote and say, well, I ain't getting nothing this 5 years, despite seeing this country revitalized.
Right,
but
David.
anyway, keep shooting for the stars and everything that you do, Trinidad and Tobago. If you could see it, then you can 100% be it.
Right.
And that's the moment you choose to give up is the moment and you start voting.
Well, we have an open door policy, because our listeners say it's the best show, one of the greatest show. Philip should say longer, but we want to welcome you back. So
But you come there, man.
Matter of fact, you just come here when you want.
You sell.
Anytime you want. You want to do?
Sell.
Just come here and talk to us. You want to talk? We come on this show and talk.
Anytime you want.
So we gotta go. Keep right. We gotta go. Keep it locked right here to Talk City 91.1 FM each and every day, Monday to Friday. Until next week, enjoy the weekend. The Under the Radar is out. We out. Yes.
Talk City.